One of the first things that I would want someone to know about real estate is to remember that real estate can be like other things. You can be creative. A lot of the times, people think real estate transactions have to go only a certain way or the popular way or the way that they've always heard it to go. But there are a lot of creative things that we can do with real estate, ways that we can make transactions go through, ways that money can be made, ways that situations can be saved, and it's just a plethora of options out there. So that's one of the things that I have to tell people first. You can be creative in real estate as well. Another thing is, don't be embarrassed. If something goes on and something goes wrong and things don't go the way that you planned it, that is a part of life. So real estate is no different. Don't be embarrassed. If there's a foreclosure, if there's a tax sale pending, if there are repairs that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I let it go by this long. Trust me, I see it all the time and it happens, and that's okay. So, real estate can be fixed in a lot of ways if you're creative and open minded to new ways of getting things done. So, don't be embarrassed about getting something taken care of. Another thing that I want people to know is don't ignore the problem. If you have a foreclosure or a tax sale pending or repairs that are out of this world or astronomical, don't ignore the problem because you don't want to talk about it, because the more you ignore the problem, the longer the problem goes and the harder it is to fix. So there's no reason to ignore it. I have had 2 foreclosures in my life and I am doing just fine. I recovered. And of course, at that time, it was somewhat detrimental. I was younger and I've learned a lot about real estate from that. It's the old adage, if I knew then what I know now. So that applies to that situation as well. But I know now, I've been through it, and credit is better now. The things that I had to repair since that situation, I have continued to move forward. I've continued to teach others about it. I've learned from it, and I can do the same with you if you have that situation as well. So, the last thing I would say to someone about real estate is to send and accept positive energy. Just like anything else in our lives that we may not find pleasant or positive or whatever, we want to send and receive positive energy. Don't expect that if a situation with your real estate transaction isn't going the way that you want it to go, don't be upset about it. Just accept and send positive energy. Work with people that are positive, that clearly have your best interest in mind, and that aren't out to necessarily take advantage of a bad situation, but are there to fix a bad situation. Don't have the negative outlook to say that everyone is just trying to take advantage of that, but just be smart about it, use some common sense, and do a little bit of research. So those are some things that I would tell people about their real estate transactions before we can get started. So hopefully we can talk and I can do some things to help you and your loved ones along.